Good morning, everybody. I think it's Sunday. Pretty sure it's Sunday. Yeah, so, anyways, getting on to the last week of July. The apples are gone. There's still quite a bit of corn. That'll last me until I get paid this week. So, I went through cupboards that we had, a bunch of canned goods. And a lot of them dated Best Buy 2023. So we went through and got a bunch of them. A lot of fruit cocktail, a lot of yams. There's a bunch of salmon. I'm going to go, I just put in this log right here. Wasabi. Put that one in. Looks better than that other one. So next one I got to go is over here. But I got me a new can opener so I could open these damn cans. But this time, instead of putting it there, the bear was up there. So I'm going to kind of angle up in there and clear out a spot. And I'm going to put a pile of fruit cocktail. And then I'm going to put out the salmon. And then I have to watch myself all day. Because them bears get a whiff of that salmon, they're going to be up here. They love fish. So anyways, yeah. So I'm going to get ready to do that. But when I go up there, I'm taking my rifle. Just in case. It's been pretty quiet here this morning. I pulled up, I had 6 bags or so. I think 6 bags of stuff to bring up. There's more in the trailer. I brought the trailer up today. So what I'm going to do is, after I kind of put a bunch of this stuff together, if my battery dies on that, then I'm going to switch off to putting wood in those bags, get this sack of cans, I'm going to run them up there to the trailer. I'll take some of these Walmart bags up there because the box that everything was in busted. So I'll bring all that down, all the rest of the canned goods. I've probably got 8 bags, 9 bags of cans. And what we're going to do is we're going to start feeding the bears all the crap that we don't eat, stuff that's way outdated. Like I came across a bunch of cans of garbanzo beans. I eat those, but they were Best Buy 2021. So instead of just throwing them in the garbage, I'm going to go ahead and feed the bears with them. They'll love that. Plus, there's raccoons and stuff up here, so they'll get into that too. But we're going to change positions. I think I'm going to, instead of right there, I'm going to go up the hill just a little bit. There's a fallen log, and I'm going to go across there and give me a little place. I'll probably take up the forest rake me out of place, make it kind of level in there, and make a few piles. And we'll just open up cans. Now the cans will go down with me today. I don't want any trash up here. I've got an extra trash bag up here. I'll throw them in, and we'll get rid of them as we go. That way I'll take the cans, take them down to the house, get them thrown away proper way. All I'm going to be doing is dumping the food up here. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of wobby-jobby, but for the most part, it's straight in. I don't care. As long as it's not doing one of those Humpty Dumpty things. And the next one on here is probably going to be that one right there. Those two are a little smaller, but I've got smaller 12-footers I'm going to put on here so they're not as thick, so I don't have to cut out as much. And as you can see, there's not much of a hump here. I may have to just cut a little bit on the bottom of that 12-footer. But yeah, we're getting her all going, chopping her all up. I should have these 3 rounds on today. Should have. And then if my battery runs out of power for the drill, we'll just stop where I'm at because this one I had to drill 3. This one I have to drill 3. And on this next one that I put in, since the fireplace is going to be somewhere right around in here, pretty good size, I want a window like right here. But it's got to be up 2. So I've got enough for another log up here, which will be about that high. I want another 1 or 2 before I start cutting this. But in the meantime, whenever I'm going to get ready to cut this, then I'll set the spikes instead of like on the end. I'll set them more like here and over in here, so it spikes it all down and the wall doesn't move. So, and this one over here might get 2 spikes. It's kind of like what I'm doing over there with the door opening, but with the other logs laying on top of it. I don't think they're going to move, especially with this in here. So all I need to do is like spike it close to where the window's at, which it's going to be like right in here anyways. I'll probably move it over to here. That way I've got room to spike everything as I'm going up. Because I kind of with the spikes and then go on the next ones. So, and then this one here, I just spiked the center down because I haven't spiked down the centers yet on this side. It's all been that side. So I'm going to start spiking it, but from where I got it spiked, that's about right. So if I go somewhere in here, fireplace is going to be here. Maybe move it a little bit over this way. No, I have to go more to the center. I can shift where the fireplace is going to be. I can put it over here. So just this way off center. That way I can just put the window. It's going to be a pretty good sized window. That's all going to be plexiglass anyways. But that way I can look out, see if there's deer, bear. This back wall will not have a window. This wall right here will have a window, a smaller size window, right somewhere in here. Right in here. Right about where my rifle's at. So come over here. So it might be just like right in here. That way I can look up that way. When I put the door in, there'll be a small window in the door. So that way it lets light in this side, and in through this way. And it'll light up the cabin a little bit better. So yeah, we're going to have it all made up. So I've got to start in the next round or 2, the next level. I got to start looking at that. So anywho's and anyways, let me go get this food put out for the bears, and then I'm going to get feverishly back working on this. I might have to pull the 4-wheeler up just a bit so I can put my rifle on it, get it out of where I'm doing my construction. And yeah, so I'll just pull that right up in here. It'll be out the way. So yeah, some more of the walls going up. Yep, that's right, kids, right over there. So, in the meantime, you be you, I be me, you be good, and see ya.